and gentlemen, welcome to RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for tuning into the Flash Lives, premieres of my videos such as this, commenting in the comment sections of the videos, liking it up, sharing it up, all that good stuff, man. Just everybody's support, I appreciate you. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. If you love the sport of boxing, this is the place for you. Let's get right to it, man. You know, I want to talk about, some statements Regis Prograis recently said. Regis Prograis right now, is getting some attention, obviously because of the Cepeda-Prograis fight, concerning the 140-pound division. Now, there's more attention, too, that's grafting towards, as far as, like, hardcore boxing fans, I guess we can say. I don't know about casuals, but, there's attention that's grafting towards to the 140 division just because of the changes that we're seeing when it comes to that division. For example, Teofimo moving up, whether we like him or not, whether you like him or not, or whatever, I'm saying, Teofimo, he carries a name, I'm saying, to a certain degree, Of course, he beat Lomachenko. I mean, that caught some limelight to him, I'm saying, that captured attention, definitely, amongst the boxing community, man. And, of course, him losing to Kambosos, that even got more attention. Quick example, this youngster, I think his name is Ortiz, right? I think it's Jermaine Ortiz. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The guy who just fought Lomachenko, you know what I mean? He lost to Lomachenko, but, he rose, his stock rose, Ortiz's stock rose. His name rose because he fought Lomachenko. And he gave him a pretty good fight, as a matter of fact. That was a close win. That was a close fight, I mean. I think Lomachenko, that was a good fight, man. It was a good fight, but really technical fight, man, definitely. So, it is what it is. Lomachenko won, but my point is, Ortiz got attention. Fights Campos or something like that. Sorry, man, I suck at names. Yeah, okay. He beats him, and more attention is towards, to a certain degree, the 140-pound division, and because of the Regis Prograis and Cepeda fight. And Regis Prograis, and amongst all these interviews he's been doing recently, here's one of them, and I want to show you what he said, quoting him, and I agree with him. Okay, I agree. I recently talked about, Teofimo and Rolly as far as their comments concerning Bud Crawford and stuff like that with the whole Bud and Spence thing. You check it out on the channel. It's there. And I said in that video that, I got to clarify this. I said in that video that I think that, Teofimo is going to go for legacy. And I think he is. He's more legacy-minded now. It seems like he got the issue fixed in his personal life, whatever. Seems like his mental's a little bit better now. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he, beat Lomachenko, and yeah, you know what I mean by that, okay? So I think he, his mind's more right now, you know what I'm saying? And I think he's more focused. The way he speaks in interviews, you can kind of tell that, you know what I'm saying? And the way he's speaking is that it sounds like he wants to go for the best. Sounds like at 140 and at 147 at least. I don't know too much about 140 though, but he did talk about going up to 147 and, going for legacy or what have you. But I assume he wants to do that at 140, okay? I assume he does. There's a couple points I want to talk about, and in this video, I definitely agree with what Regis Prograis is saying, because I just went live recently talking about it, breaking down the 140-pound division, and I personally think, I'm just going to say this right now, okay? I personally think that, I don't think we'll see Teofimo fight in Regis Prograis anytime soon, okay? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I agree with what Regis is saying right here. Let's check it out. BoxingScene.com, link in the description. You check it out, right? So shout out to Boxing Scene for this, content right here. Check it out. So this is Regis Prograis, right? Prograis predicted that Lopez would fight him if the former lightweight champion is offered enough money, okay? The New Orleans native, Regis Prograis, also promised it would be a matchmaking mistake by Las Vegas Lopez. Oh, man. Okay, so it's a mistake. That's Regis Prograis saying, man, it's a mistake if you come across me. It's a mistake if you come and fight me. Lopez team. Teo team. Teofimo Senior team. Everybody has a price, so if the money's right, I think so. Prograis told Boxing, okay, but I really think I'll hurt him. I really think I can hurt him. Stop him. Whoa. Listen, Teofimo, I thought he had the goods at 135. Of course, with the Kambosos thing, we can say Kambosos had the best night of his life and Teo had the worst night of his life. We can always say that, but as far as 140 goes, okay. His last fight, he fought somebody that wasn't too much, and he got hit with a lot of punches. Now, I just don't see it. Okay, I gotta stop right here on that one. Couple things to say on that one, because, and I agree, that's what I'm saying here, I agree with Regis Prograis. Like, You know, I know styles make fights. You know, styles are totally different between, you know, when you compare Kambosos and, you know, Regis Prograis. I personally think, now this is the thing, man. Regis Prograis, I think we can all agree, most of us at least, Regis Prograis is a lot more skilled than Kambosos, man. But Kambosos did well against Teofimo. I'm not taking nothing against that victory, you know what I'm saying? But I think Regis Prograis is more skilled and more powerful, more patient. His prowess. I was talking about that, you know, my last live session. Y'all check it out. But, yeah, man, I think his high Q is a little higher than, you know, Kambosos. The power. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is 140. If Kambosos was able to take down Teofimo, imagine what Prograis' power would do at 140. Where Prograis has been fighting for years at 140. Prograis is freaking acclimated at 140. He's a vet at 140. Ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think Prograis is saying that because, you know, of course, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you know, fighters, when they speak, man, they speak with ego. They speak with that pride. They speak with that, I'm the best here. No one's taking me down. But I think that, you know, when you check Regis Prograis interviews out, he speaks very intelligently, man. He's a smart guy, you know, and I think he's speaking from that intelligent standpoint, man, that he's breaking it down. He's visualizing in his head. And I agree. I agree. And I personally think, man, that Teofimo Lopez's team won't want that fight against Prograis. I'm not saying they're ducking. I'm not saying they're coward. You know, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I personally think that the Teofimo team, you know, sees that, you know, it's not in our best interest to fight Prograis right now. You know, a lot of fighters do that. You know, a lot of fighters teams do that. I'm just gonna say it like that. Fighters teams. I don't know about fighters, but fighters teams. For example, man, I'm gonna connect this with what I'm gonna say just to prove my point. Some time ago, man, it was a minute ago, I pushed a video on you know, Jeroen Ennis' coach. You know, it's out there. Check it out. And I don't think he's lying. I know that some people, you know, speculate or run the narrative, whatever you want to call it, and say that, yeah, they're just saying that because, you know, they're making their fighter look good, and, you know, I don't think so. When it comes to Jeroen Ennis' team, man, they're not loudmouths, man. You see, you gotta understand the psyche of people to a certain degree, how they're speaking, how they are. You know what I'm saying? You can decipher that kind of stuff. For example, Teofimo, his team, you know, when they beat Lomachenko, they just really loudmouth, you know, really loudmouth. It got to their head, and lo and behold, Kambos comes around and he beats him, you know. So, but Jeroen Ennis and his team, they're not like that, man. They're freaking, you know, their actions speak for themselves. They don't really talk too much, you know what I'm saying? And I personally tend to believe in Jeroen Ennis' coach when he said, and I pushed the video breaking that down some time ago, you can check it out on the channel, that he said that a lot of those 147 pounders don't want to fight them. They don't want to fight Jeroen Ennis, you know? And why am I saying this? Because I think that a lot of fighters' teams say, you know what, it's not in our best interest to fight Jeroen Ennis. It's not in our best interest. Oscar De La Hoya for Virgil Ortiz fighting Ennis. No, I'm just kidding, man. Hey. That's another video, right? But yeah, man, I personally think that Teofimo Lopez's team, even if they throw money at them, you know, Top Rank or what have you, and they want to get this fight in, I don't think they would opt for going for Regis Prograis. You know, for those points I said earlier, the power, man, 140. Prograis is acclimated. He's a vet at 140. I think personally, Prograis, he's still in his prime. You know, he's still in his prime. He's at the perfect age right now to go for the gusto. And I personally think, man, Regis Prograis, he has the potential, and I think he will be. I think he will be unified champ soon at 140. Undisputed, not so sure. Possibly. It's a high possibility that Regis Prograis can be undisputed at 140. But there's different things to contemplate when it comes to that, because the freaking politics and blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the story. But Prograis is definitely a highly probable candidate to be undisputed at 140. And I personally think, man, that Teofimo Lopez team, they see that, you know, those things that Prograis carries, those qualities, you know, those tools. And I don't think they would want to face that, man. And there's another reason. You know, there's information coming out, man, that, you know, Teofimo and the Haney team, they're going back and forth. You can check it out. I'm sure you saw it already. You know, Bill Haney, salute to him, you know, the Haney team. And people may say, you know what, they're loudmouths too, but they're proving it. Haney's team is proving it, you know what I'm saying? And they're looking for these fighters, you know what I'm saying? They're chasing them down. That's just my humble opinion on it, and you can kind of see that, you know? And Haney's team, apparently, you know, they're going back and forth with the Teofimo Lopez team, and apparently they want to both fight each other, okay? Now, that's another reason why I don't think Teofimo will fight Prograis, man, at 140. And Taylor, who the heck knows? I'm not even mentioning Taylor because my last, live session, I broke that down, what I think on Taylor right now, concerning the 140 division only, okay? Just the 140-pound division, we're talking about that. So, yeah, I think it's... And I don't even know if Teofimo will even fight. I don't know if that's going to happen, him and Haney. Because we got to see what happens first, because Bill Haney Sr., he talked about, Bill Haney, he talked about after Lomachenko, they can get this fight in with Teofimo, and I think that would be at 140. I'm not so sure that Teofimo will move back down to 135 because Teofimo, man, he's big. You know what I'm saying? Haney also, y'all know the whole thing with the weight, how he weighed in, how Haney looked in the rematch against Kambosos at the weigh-in. Man, he ain't gonna stay at 135 anytime longer. You know what I'm saying? After Lomachenko, if they fight Lomachenko, it's all speculation right now. I wouldn't even know if it's freaking official. By the time I push this video, you're gonna see a post probably by Top Break saying, "Oh, Haney versus Loma," April 2023, whatever, right? See, that's just how it is. By the time you push the video, the information comes out already. So, but who knows? But my point in all this, I don't think Haney's gonna stay at 140 anytime, 135 anytime longer, much longer after Loma. And I don't even know if. And I personally don't even know if Teofimo's team would take that Haney fight. That's just me, okay? So let's get back to what Regis Prograis is saying here. And so he continues to say here, talking about that Cambo fight, whoever that guy was named. I'm sorry, I suck at names, okay? So he says here, we can always say that, but as far as 140 goes, and what we just read a moment ago, his last fight, he fought somebody that wasn't too much. And that's true, man. I mean, that fight that Teofimo had, his first fight at 140, I mean, that guy, we all knew Teo was gonna win. Let's just not fool anybody here. That was just a really easy fight, okay? And he got hit with a lot of punches. That's facts, Prograis. I just don't see it. You see there? And so he says, of course I could be wrong about things, but as far as him fighting, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm saying, big 140-pounders, I don't know. Fighting me or Josh Taylor, or even Jack Catterall, or Jose Ramirez. I'm not even talking about him yet, ladies and gentlemen. They got the dude, Sabriel Matias, out there. I just can't see him beating any of the big guys. Don't get me wrong, he has skills, but as far as those guys, landing the punches, the last dude landed on him. Facts. I just don't see him taking those punches. So you see now, when you talk about that, when you talk about, even Jose Ramirez, I'm not even touching upon him yet. Jose Ramirez is talking about coming back now in 2023. He just got married. Salute to Jose Ramirez. And Jose Ramirez, ladies and gentlemen, if people are undermining this guy, then you don't really know what's going on at 140. You really don't know the fighters at 140. Because we got to put respect on Jose Ramirez's name. You know what I'm saying? We do. He's top. He fought, remember when he fought Postal? Postal. That was a really close fight. I personally thought Postal won that fight. If I remember correctly, Ramirez won that fight, right? But that was a close fight. My point is this. It was a very close fight. Postal's very skilled, you know what I'm saying? But now, Postal, he's out of there, he's... I don't know, if he's retired or anything, but, that was the end of Postal. Victor Postal, however you want to pronounce it. But when Ramirez fought him, man, Postal still had the skills, obviously. That was a really good fight. Really close fight, man. What I'm trying to say here is, Jose Ramirez, man, he's top-notch at 140, in my humble opinion. He's top-notch. No, I'm not saying he's number one. No, of course not. But he's freaking up there, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to competitiveness, Jose Ramirez is up there. Jose Ramirez is up there. I mean, and Regis Prograis has a point. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is why I'm making this video, because I agree with Regis Prograis and these points that he's talking about. Now, Taylor, like I said, I'm not really considering Taylor, because Taylor, he's probably going to move up, man. He's probably going to move up. And we'll see how he performs against Catterall. We'll see how he performs against Catterall in the rematch. Maybe he's going to shape it up now. Because the first performance with Taylor and Catterall, it was sloppy, it was messy, I didn't like it. You'll see my post-fight reaction video on that. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not. When it comes to, what Taylor has accomplished at the 140 division and his skill set, what he did against Catterall, and I explained that in my last live session. So check it out, man. But that's why I'm not really considering Taylor right now at 140 much, because I think he's probably going to move up, man. He's probably going to move up. So, but the other names that, Regis Prograis mentioned, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Teofimo will step up to these guys, man. His team, I don't know if his team will decide for Teo to step up, and much less Prograis, man. I'm not so sure if they'll want to do that. I'm not so sure if they want to do that, because it seems like Teofimo has Haney issues he's dealing with. Because this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thing. if Teofimo, after this, Sandor Martin is his name, right? Yeah, Sandor Martin. If he gets through him, which I think he'll beat him, but I'm not undermining Sandor Martin much because Bill Haney himself said it. You know, and I've been saying this, you know, ever since this whole thing was announced with Teofimo on my recent live sessions, that I think it's a nice fight, man. I'm not taking anything away from Teofimo. Just, you know, just so you understand. I'm not saying Teofimo, he's a coward. Of course not. You know, I say that. So I'm just saying this for the new family that's jumping in. You know what I'm saying? The new subscribers. My respects to Teofimo, man. So Bill Haney himself said, man, in that, you know, the phone call he called, you know, he called Teofimo Sr. and he said, you know, hey, after you get through that guy who beat Mikey Garcia, good little fighter, you know. So Bill Haney himself, he recognizes, that you know, Sandor Martin's he's a skilled fighter, man. He's a skilled fighter. Yes, he is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Just because, and I said this in my last live session, that just because we don't know much about Sandor Martin, I never knew who the freak that was. I don't know. I never heard of him until he fought Mike Garcia. But when I saw him fight Mike Garcia, I was like, man, this guy got some skills. High-level skills. So, not taking anything away from him, you know what I'm saying? So, what I'm trying to say is this. This is to conclude. If Teofimo gets through Sandor December, who knows if he'll even fight Haney? I really don't know. Because I think, you know, we still got Haney and Lomachenko to see what's going to go on there. I really don't think Teofimo's team will opt to fight Regis Prograis. And if they do, Teofimo is really, he's going to prove, man, he's really going back for legacy. And that's amazing. That's what the sport's about, ladies and gentlemen. You know, so we'll see what happens, man. I love it. You know, and I talked about how, you know, the 140 division's firing up, man. It's heating up. So good stuff, man. RENEBOXYOUNG, what do you guys think? You think that Prograis? Do you agree with Prograis and what he's saying about Teofimo? I do, man. I do. RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and talk about sport of boxing. Comment in the comment section, please, man. I love chopping up with y'all. And you already know, those who have comments in the comment section, I always answer. Definitely, because I love chopping it up. I love hearing from you. So like it up, share it up. You already know, man. RENEBOXYOUNG, peace out.